Hello, welcome back to the Joint Pain Hub. Today I'm going to give you 10 different exercises that are great for joint pain to get the body moving. Very simple, you can take them at your own pace and you can do it between 30 to 45 seconds. Just find what works for you. If you do 45 seconds, if you feel like you need to take breaks in the middle, that's fine. It's just something you can work up to and then you know your progress there as well. First one we have is step ups. So what you're going to do is literally just focus on the movements of the legs. So you're going to step up and back down, up and back down. Now, can you see as I'm using the step, I'm alternating my legs. Sometimes we focus on the dominant leg and we don't think about actually changing legs as we step up. Try and be cautious of this as you actually use stairs in shopping malls, in your home, and around everywhere as well. Is that same leg always using the step first? Try alternate it. Or that one leg feels weaker, maybe try focus on that one a little bit more. Now, if this step does feel too much for you, you could do the same thing without a step. So you're going to focus on the movement still. You're going to imagine that as a step there, lifting to where you can, stepping it up, and then bringing it back down. And then eventually, the more you practice, the more movement you will get back into the knee, where you can progress and actually come to a step. And then when you're ready, you can increase the size of your step. If you don't have steps at home, that's fine. You can use your staircase or just practice the movement with your invisible step, as I just mentioned as well. That is your exercise number one. The second exercise is punches. So you're going to make sure your knees are nice and loose, just nice and relaxed. Core is nice and tucked in, hands here. And you're going to fully extend the arms every single time you punch. Now, if weights are too much or you don't have any weights at home, first of all, your alternative is using tins. If you have any tins in a cupboard. Your second option, just practice without, because we're more focused about movement of your shoulder, extending the arm with the elbow and the wrist as well, which will then help the shoulder and your back. Like I said, movement is key, and movement is what will help get the body moving and help get the body start to feeling better as well. Third exercise is going to be wall push-ups. The word push-up can sometimes make us feel quite daunted. However, it's not. With the wall push-ups, we can strengthen our hands with our palms, our wrists, into our arms, our shoulders, and our back as well. So the closer to the wall you stand, the easier it is. Bring your chest in and then pushing back. And if that's quite easy, take a step back, bring your hands down, push, and come back. And you can keep bringing yourself back until you find what works for you. Always make sure that your body is completely straight, no matter where you are, and you're not arching your back or doing this. Next exercise we're going to focus on is for our knees and our legs. So the key muscle that works in this exercise is our quads here. However, this exercise will help build up strength around those knees, getting them nice and strong. So what you're going to do is lift up your leg, point your toes towards you. You're going to hold 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to release and lift up the other leg, point the toes in again, holding 1, 2, and 3. Now, if you have a knee injury, it's best to focus on one leg at a time, just so you can focus on the strength and building it up to be equal on both legs. If that's quite easy for you and your knees are okay, you just need to build up the strength. You can lift both legs up together, point your toes to your nose, again hold 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm going to show you from the side. So from here, lift, point those toes in, hold 1, 2, 3, bring it down. You're going to alternate the other leg, point your toes to your nose, lifting the whole time still, holding 1, 2, and 3. Trying to make sure your back is nice and straight as you're going. You're not leaning back, keeping the core tight. And the same thing with both legs, pointing in, holding 1, 2, 3, bringing it down, and then going back. We're next going to go for knee lifts, so focusing on movement of the knee, but also balance of the core. The more balance that you have, the more steady you are when you're walking around as well. So I want you to try, focus on your core, lift up that leg, hold, then bring it down, lift up the other leg, hold, and then bring it down. Now, if balance is not quite good for you at the moment, you can just gently hold onto a chair or to a wall. And then same thing, you can lift and bring it back down. Just try and make sure you're not fully leaning into the chair, you're just using it for support. So you're still using that core, lifting up and bringing it back down. Now if you struggle with movement, or if you're not quite there yet, that's fine. You'll take a seat, shuffle to the end of the chair, core nice and tight, back nice and straight. You're going to lift, bring it down, lift, and bringing it down. Still focusing on our core, so we can still focus on balance, core strength, and the movement of those knees as well. The next exercise we're going to go for is called Good Mornings. This is great for strengthening your hamstrings, but mostly your lower back. There's a few things to remember here. When you go, you need to make sure that your knees are nice and soft, then you hinge at the hips, okay? So there's two ways you could do this. Option one, I'm going to show you from the front first. Option one and option two. First of all, I'll show you through option one. So knees nice and bent, nice and soft. We don't move the legs again. I'm going to lift up our hands here and we're just going to bow as if we're saying good morning. Looking forwards as we come down, coming back up and coming back down. Now can you see that I'm barely moving my knees? I'm just hinging at the hips. Okay, I'm going to show you from the front. This is still option one, knees nice and soft, hands up here, coming down and back up. Now, if it's uncomfortable for you to get your hands up there, that's fine. You could do the same thing, hand across, roll the shoulders back, open up your chest, still knees soft, down, looking forwards and coming back up. I'm going to show you from the side. Knees soft, coming down and coming back up. Now it's really important that when you do it, you do not come all the way down so you're more than 90 degrees. You just come down so you're about half, just above half. If you go lower, you could end up pulling something in the lower back. So just remember the key point, not to go below 90 degrees. Next exercise we're going to do is opposite hand and opposite arm lifts, which is great for strengthening your lower back. However, there's a lot of things you need to remember. First of all, you're going to tuck in those hips, place the hands on the wall. Now you're going to make sure that you don't extend your back as you lift. Just very small lifts. So from here, you'll lift up your hand and lift up your leg, bringing it back in, and you're going to go for the opposite. Lifting up the opposite hand, lifting up the opposite leg. Now making sure you don't overextend, because if you do here, you're going to arch your back and it's going to be more uncomfortable and it could cause more pain. So hips tucked in, opposite hand, opposite leg, and just reach. And it should make you feel like it's limiting your movement because your core is nice and tight. So strengthening the core and your lower back there. The exercise we're going to go for is front raised lifts. So from here, hands by your side, you're going to lift up those arms, bring those hands are in line with the shoulders, coming back down and lifting back up. Now I'll show you that from the side. Here, remembering the knees are soft, your hips are tucked in, lift and back down, lift and back down. Okay, now if the weights are too much, put them down. Again, you can use tins if you don't have weights at home, or you just use the movement of your hands. Hands on your thighs, lifting them up together, bringing them back down, and then lifting them back up again. Now, if you suffer with shoulder pain, you may be better doing one arm at a time, where we lift, bring it down, lift, and bring it down. This way you can focus on where your movement can get to that's comfortable without any discomfort, and then the same on the other side. Even if you have one side, that's fine. You don't want to overwork that side and build up strength to be more than the other side. You just want to focus on building the weaker side so it's the same as the other side. The next exercise we're going to go for is soft ball rolls. So the key focus of this is movement and rotation in the arms, helping that flexibility. So what you're going to do is take one ball, face forwards, push it straight into the wall so your arm is completely straight. Now it's up to you whether you face forwards or if you face to the side. If you face to the side and it feels slightly tight, but it's comfortable for you to move, then you may be better off in that position. If you face to the side and it's discomfort, it's very painful, then face forwards and focus on there. Whichever option you do is absolutely fine. You're going to push your hand into the ball and rotate. 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to go the other way. 1, 2, and 3. Then you're going to switch arms. Again, up to you whether you face the ball or whether you face away. And the same thing again. 1, 2, 3, and then going the other way. 1, 2, and 3. If it's quite uncomfortable for you to get your arm up straight, what you can do is take the ball and place it slightly lower. And then rotate again down there And then the focus will be for you just to build your way up nice and slowly to help get that movement back into the shoulder. Next one we're going to go for is easy gaps. So here we're focusing on movement of the hips and the arms, but we're also focusing on cardio just a little bit. Just get your body out of breath, get your heart working. So from here, you're going to step to the side, step back, step to the side, and step back. Now when we do this movement, try not to focus on being a robot. Try to make sure your shoulders are nice and relaxed. If you need something to focus on, think about breathing a butterfly. Nice and loose, just stretching out. Now we know that this exercise requires quite a bit of coordination, so coordination isn't something that works well for you. That's absolutely fine. You can just step, bring it back, step, and bring it back. Making sure that no matter which option you're using, you're always placing your foot down onto the floor. So even if you're using your arms, placing that foot down. Now, if the step option is fine for you, take up the arms. And then if this is fine for you as well, overextend and get some more movement, stretching out through the body as well. That is all of your 10 exercises. And the aim for these 10 exercises is to just get the whole body moving at a very slow and gentle pace to begin with. Now, if you've done this before, give us a comment below on how you found it. What was your favorite exercise and what works well with you? If you had something that you needed to work on a little bit, let us know what that was as well. It could be the front raises, could be the leg extensions, whether you had shoulder or knee pain. Have you found that it's helped you? How did it help you? Just let us know in the comments below. But I hope this helps and it gets you started to moving as well. It can be done in the gym or it can be done at home. You don't need much equipment for this as well, because the equipment that I have used, you can use without as well. Thank you for watching.